I need coffee. Holy moly, I'm exhausted. Ooh, that was bitter at the bottom. Hey everybody, I know it's been a minute since the last video where I've like talked, but truth is, it's been a very busy summer. Why, you might ask? Well, I am releasing my first ever full album, which is called Meet Me in Montauk. It's got 13 songs, all of which I am like super proud of. And I started working on it hang on one second, I started working on this album almost immediately after I finished my last EP, which was called Passengers, if you remember that from a couple years ago. This is the actual tile for Passengers, by the way. It's a real thing. But I started working on this album almost immediately when that one was completed. That was 2 years ago. So it's been a long process. Lots of creating and then reworking and redoing songs and adding and removing songs till I finally got to the point last month where I listened to the whole thing top to bottom and I was like, that's it. So I submitted everything, got that all buttoned up, and now we are all set for release in less than a week now, which is so exciting to me. There's been a lot of promotion, a lot of creating videos and posts and things to try and get the word out there. I've been interviewed by the local newspaper in my town, which is really cool. Just really pulling out all the stops to try and get the word out there in any way we can. Again, that's part of why I am so tired. So yeah, while you're here, I figured I could tell you a little bit about the story and a little bit of the thought process behind Meet Me in Montauk. So that way when you listen to it next week, you kind of have a bit of a background on the album. Basically, this whole album is not based upon, but I would say inspired by the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If you've ever seen that movie, good. That is my favorite movie of all time. Literally #1. I watch it multiple times a year. You don't have to like watch the movie to understand the album, but if you listen to the album through the lens of the movie Eternal Sunshine, you'll get some cool details and themes and ideas kind of, you know, you'll see the connection, you'll feel it. But basically, both the movie and my album talk about a relationship that starts off really good, and you see the beginning of it and the eventual breaking and the decline of it until it comes to its end. In the movie Eternal Sunshine, we see the main characters both choose to have a procedure done, a medical procedure done to themselves that erases the other person from their mind. And the movie is edited in this way where as you're watching it, you are seeing the memories from the main characters' brains as they are getting erased. So you're watching them out of order and sometimes slightly warped, and as it goes on it gets more and more warped and confusing and hypnotic in a way. You're watching as slowly and painfully this person who was once loved by them is getting teared from their brain and eventually removed altogether, and they wake up the next morning and all of a sudden they feel lost and confused because they don't know what just happened. Kind of tough to explain in like a quick synopsis like that because the movie is so deep. You can watch that movie over and over and over again and still get new bits and pieces from it. My album follows a similar path. Just like the movie Eternal Sunshine, my album is actually, if you listen to the songs in order on the album, they are actually placed out of order, and it's because the memories are being erased in all certain weird kind of funky patterns. They do link together musically and thematically a little bit, and I'm really proud of the flow and the story that I think the album tells. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm so excited that it's finally gonna be coming out. And in the meantime, as you're counting down this last week until the album comes out, be sure to check out some of my covers on the channel and be sure to listen to my last EP, Passengers, if you haven't heard it already. I'll link everything below. We are on the final stretch. I am so happy about that. Thank you for everyone for being here, supporting me, supporting the channel, supporting my music. This has been a very special time, very tiring time, but a very special time. And I am grateful for each and every one of you.
I love you.
Meet me in Montauk.